Welcome, everybody, to episode 272 of the China Show, the real China Show. We're so happy you could join us today.
This is going to be awesome.
Yep.
Shout out to the 272. Fantastic place. Shout out to you guys in...
That number's so familiar to me.
It's that area of Pennsylvania. Anyway, as we get into the show, I want to say that we have a lot to show you, but the chat was going wild because you guys were talking about Green Room, which is a pre-show. We sometimes do if we don't have enough time to talk about a certain topic. And there was a big hectic event that happened this morning. Should we show you guys what happened? Because I have a theory.
Yeah, what's that?
I think this is some sort of like CCP karma for us talking about China's floods all the time.
Yeah, let's take a look. So, we had a pipe burst in our studio.
There's audio.
Flooding.
There is, yeah.
Water dripping from the ceiling.
Don't want to talk over it.
Everything is wet. Completely. Wonderful.
So, not pleasant, to say the least. I kind of spent all morning trying to dig through the roof.
Unfortunately, it's
to
all
see if I can
kind of
figure out where
nailed
the
in
pipe
place.
was burst.
So,
I'm
getting
not
it
a
apart is
plumber.
going to be
I'm
very
certainly
difficult.
not good at like fixing houses that much. So I'm a good mechanic, but I'm not good at like fixing a house. So I kind of tore through it with my car tools. And let's just say there's a reason there's no green room today.
I'm calling shenanigans. This is CCP foiling us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Flooding.
Anyway, get out of there.
Okay.
Water
right.
dripping from the ceiling.
I think what happened was, quite honestly, is well, I don't know why it burst.
Someone says, is that where you film? I thought it would be much bigger. That's just where the pipe burst. It covered the whole area of where we film.
Yeah, we have a studio set up in the basement.
I'm sorry. That was
So,
very...
but that's, unfortunately, that particular desk is where, like, when we're done filming, we put microphones and stuff there. So we had to scramble to get everything set up in a different location in the house. So, anyway, we're here. Everything's cool. Let's get on with the show. And we're going to start out with what's coming up. Let's take a look.
Coming up
In today's China Show.
And of course, much, much more.
Okay, so, of course, we've got what's new to get right into, but now you know what's coming up, so let's saunter right into it. With
Absolutely.
What's new.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what's new is where we talk about everything that's new, specifically with regards to China. And let's take a look. Now, this is a little bit of a poll moment. I think we need to ask the audience what they think.
Let's poll.
I'm going to show you what's happening here. Let's get us out of here. We have,
What am I asking?
what do you think is going to happen? A,
A.
police raid.
Police raid. Okay. B.
B, nasty boss.
Nasty boss. Ooh. C.
C, refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
That's
Okay. All right. So we only need 3.
Yep.
All right. We got a Pol Pot moment here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There's a
So,
real Pol Pot moment here.
yeah.
The typing noise with the setup. I love it. I know. It's nasty.
Let's
All right,
take a
so
look.
we got 3 Well, we got to let them vote first.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's no mystery, right?
Yeah, okay.
All right, so we have A, police raid's only at 6%, B, nasty boss at 11%, and C, refrigerator is at 78%. The clear winner here. Let's see.
Well, let's actually find out. I'll get us out of here. Let's watch this. Okay. This is a kind of a typical office setup, by the way, in Guangdong.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, refrigerator, you got to pull the poll. You guys were the clear winner.
Yeah, I guess I could have been a bit more obscure.
you kind of gave it away.
I
with
did.
The feeling,
I did give it away. You're right. This guy's like, what? Anyway.
I just wanted to show you guys the new BYD EV. It's a zero emissions vehicle.
I think they're emissions.
Let me pause it there real quick. This is in
Okay.
Hunan.
Okay.
This is. Can you explain what's happening here? I think you can kind of figure.
There's
it
a
out.
woman on holding a GoPro or a GoPro equivalent, filming herself riding horsey on the back of a man crawling around on the ground.
It's very humiliating.
Yeah.
It's quite humiliating.
Who knows? Maybe it's a couples thing.
I mean, is that something you're into?
No. I mean, yeah.
In public?
Definitely not. Not in public or otherwise. But, that's the thing. It could just be a couple's thing.
Could be a couple's thing. I think it's some sort of punishment.
And I think it's just some stupid streaming zibor thing. Because, look, she's got her camera filming it.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of those things like she's an influencer and she does this kind of thing.
For sure. Like, watch me ride this guy around the mall or whatever.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Can you guys give us a thumbs up, by the way? Give us a thumbs up. Let's
Yeah.
get this on people's feeds. And we thank you for being here live.
So, guys, 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all know Shanghai, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody knows Shanghai. It is China's most sophisticated, most cosmopolitan city.
Yes.
Okay. It is the top of the pops. It is the apple of all the foreign vloggers' eyes.
Yes.
Okay. This is the Shanghai Metro. They always go on about how amazing the Chinese metro station is. Then they'll show the New York Metro in its state of disrepair.
Yeah.
Well, the power went off inside the metro 4 days ago in Shanghai.
People were panicking.
Well, obviously, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know what to do. So that's a bit scary.
It is.
But this does tie into something else we're going to talk to.
Yes.
I mean, by the way, isn't that just kind of freaky? The only light is from people's phones.
It is weird.
It's like a horror movie. Shanghai Metro. Yeah.
He makes fun of how I say horror.
Yeah, well, that Shanghai is one of Shanghai's old names. You know what it was?
The whore of Babylon.
No, the horror of the
Horror
Orient.
of the Orient. That's
No
right.
joke.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that is the horror of,
Yes,
Anyway,
true.
there's been a massive heat wave in
Yes.
certain parts of China. Now, unfortunately,
Yeah, I got some stats up here.
yeah, bring them up because Chinese-made cars have not been faring well in this heat.
No, let's have a look.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Look at this. I mean, this is the
Look,
kind of
I'm
stuff.
sorry, but look, that is like the
scrotum.
that to me looks like your it's either a light, a lens from a light. It's probably the lens light, or it could be like a sunroof button or something.
That is, I want to just look at that. That is kind of
Yeah.
gross.
Look at this, the like leather or whatever it's supposed to be on the door. Pretty bad. But you know what's worse than that is not having power for 2 days when it's 43 degrees Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit?
Oh my goodness. So the heat waves around China have hit eastern Sichuan, Chongqing, Hunan, Jiangxi, Henan, and Hebei, and some of northeast China. They've been between 98 and 113 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, insane.
So 37 to 45 Celsius.
So, the problem is the power was off for 2 days. Now, think about how bad that is when it's that hot and you cannot operate even an electric fan. So you can't even have a fan, never mind air conditioning or anything. Everyone's going nuts because, the heat enrages you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes,
So
it
they're
does.
out on the streets. You can see how many people are out there.
Yeah.
43度、42度，赶昨天请假请到现在，今天刚来10分钟又请假，今天刚来10分钟又请假。
I mean, you can see the buildings are blacked out. Some buildings have power, but the people that are out on the street here, they don't.
It's very interesting, the ones that do have power.
Yeah, it's like almost like the rich people stuff.
And / the government buildings
Yes.
that run the propaganda billboards.
That's fascinating. In fact, we'll see a shot in a minute. I'll show you.
Yes.
It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
But no, we've been in that kind of heat in China, and
For
it's
sure.
insane. It's so
Yes.
oppressive.
It is.
And to not have any way to cool yourself off,
失火了。
you'll go crazy.
Yeah, for sure. But it did start to get to people because it started an uprising, and people started using these shared bikes, right?
Yeah.
Shared bicycles, and they started making barricades.
Yeah, they wanted to get the government's attention to fix it. They started to put barricades on the road, like you can see here, making actual roadblocks because they needed the attention. Now, the interesting thing about this particular shot, in fact, maybe there's one after this, is that you can see the buildings in the background that are showing propaganda or fancy advertising. They have power.
Yeah, they do.
But the people who are living in the sort of low-cost apartments and stuff, they have nothing. This guy's going crazy.
What did you say in the intro this guy's doing?
Well,
Pause it on him.
he's threatening relations with an e-bike's mom. Because he said, "Ni malag vi tani ma,"
Yeah.
which means F your mom to the
Yeah,
e-bike.
To the e-bike.
So is there like a term for people that are attracted to vehicles?
Do we have to get into this?
He's that. That's all.
But only in anger.
Yes, only
Yes.
in anger, yes.
Yes.
Like that dude who had a relationship with his car or whatever.
Yeah, what is it?
I can't
What was
remember.
that? Like my strange
addiction or
addiction
something.
or whatever, yeah.
Anyway,
That's off topic.
yeah, totally off topic.
Give us a thumbs up if you're not attracted to vehicles.
Yeah, see, this is one of those roadblocks.
Yeah.
And I guess this is an effective way for people to get attention because, you know, you're going to cause a massive traffic snarl. You're going to have to get the government down there. Take a look. Now, this is what I'm talking
This
about.
is Roadblocks?
Yeah. See those buildings?
Yes.
They've got their stuff on there.
Very interesting. I think that's a pause. That was pause-worthy right there. These are running government slogans, right?
Yeah.
And so you have these that somehow have power.
Oh, by the way, doesn't this make sense? Because every time the shills show some kind of shiny
Yes.
picture of China, you've got the LEDs and all the lights on the
Yes.
buildings, and that is the priority.
Yes.
They would rather put power to these buildings to show off their like shiny buildings than to give the people power who need it.
That's a good point.
Because they're boiling to death from this heat.
Seriously.
It's like
yeah, so that area, that particular area was in, where was that one? That was in Shanxi.
yeah.
They got hit with 110.
Yeah, it was 43
110
degrees
degrees,
for 3 days now.
3 days now. And it's still, you
Yeah.
said it's still going, right?
I haven't seen a resolution to it. So
Interesting.
I don't know if the power is still off or not, but the last time I checked, they were still doing these roadblocks. You know?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Finally, those shared bikes came to... What's going on here?
So pause that real quick. There have been, so people are so desperate. This is what's wild,
Yeah.
right? We had massive flooding across the country.
Yep.
Just devastating. You've never seen flooding. I sound like Trip. You've never seen flooding like this before.
Never before.
Never before.
Yeah.
This flooding was devastating.
Exactly.
But it was absolutely devastating flooding, and it covered China, and cities were underwater. People are swimming. People are getting rushed away. Thousands of people must have died.
Absolutely. Tens of thousands. You know, they don't release the stats.
Yes.
But yeah.
Cars getting washed down. It was like it's apocalyptic.
Entire villages were just covered.
Yes.
So
then right after that, you have the biggest heat wave China's seen in ages, right?
yeah.
And it is decimating these places. Power's going off, and now we're having drought problems in some of these heat affected areas. So you got people that are doing they're going back in the annals of history. They're like opening up grandmom's book.
Yeah.
And she's like, how do we make rain? We got to cool this down.
Yeah.
So they're doing these ancient rituals and
This
stuff.
is like a rain dance.
Yes, a rain
this
dance.
Is a
These are
Chinese
ancient rituals.
Ancient rain dance. I love her Dare t-shirt in the background there.
That's honestly,
yeah.
Can I be honest? That's
Yeah.
why I put this in here.
Okay.
Pretty awesome sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
That is sweat.
I wonder if this is gonna work.
Hopefully not too well. Yes. We don't want to go back to the flood.
No, we don't. Yeah. Just another massive destructive accident with exploding trucks and whatnot
Yeah, it was
happening
wild.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was on the Beijing to Harbin Highway, going northeast.
Just once again, like this is a pretty big event and it's in a very important area of China and no news
No.
at all.
No.
Multiple big trucks on fire, exploding, you know?
Haunter One knows. He says Seabuck doesn't rain dance. If you're a patron, then you would know.
Okay.
You would know why I don't rain dance.
Okay.
Anyway, this is actually something you will see in China. These top guys.
There's some very skilled grandpas
They're
in
good.
China. Do you know the whip guys? Yeah, they got whips.
They're terrifying.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
would rip the skin off you.
Oh yeah, you get guys with chains doing whips. Really interesting. So you get these guys. They obviously this is their hobby. They hang around in the parks and they just practice like one skill. So you'll get guys with spinning tops. You get guys with whips. You get guys that do dancing. You get guys that do even. There are these grandpas that hang around in like Beijing in certain parks where they do like pull-ups and push-ups and they're ripped.
They're ripped
Yeah.
grandpas.
Yeah,
they
they
make
do-
us look like crap.
And they do all these like crazy things where they can like use their one arm to like pull up and then do a handstand and you know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This guy though is the king of tops.
We'll call him king of he's top of the pop. His top's on pop.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many things you can do. Dr. Seuss things to do that. But yeah, this dude is rolling.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You know what sucks about that?
What?
It's so talented and impressive, but looks so stupid.
I agree.
You know
It's
what I
kinda
mean?
dumb, yeah.
Like the whip guys, at least I could pretend. I would love that because I love Castlevania.
Yeah. Now, listen, recently we've been exposing a lot of this river pollution.
Yeah.
And the fact that factories are still just dumping garbage into rivers, into seas, even though, China's supposed to be this green technology utopia where everything is great. Yeah. It's actually just getting worse again. Because I think what's happened is, like when you do really well at something, like, when you lose a lot of weight or something, you're like, now I can chill. And then you start eating pizzas and stuff again. And you get worse than you were before. Yes. Or if you score well on a test or something, you're like, oh, cool, now I don't need to study for a while.
Study again.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm all good now. And then you score an F on your next test.
And you fail.
That's China. They've gotten this image around the world now that they're such a green technology powerhouse that they're like, well, everyone's buying our lie. Let's just, get stuck into what we do best, which is pollution. You know what I mean?
It's like,
this is,
all eyes are off us now.
Exactly.
Let's freaking do it.
So, I mean, the thing is, here's...
I have an analogy before you move on.
All right.
And it's not funny.
Okay.
But it's kind of like when China owned COVID, when they're like, oh, not only did we not make COVID, we fully controlled COVID.
Yeah.
And you guys are all dying elsewhere. They actually were making fun of India and other countries for dying, right?
Yep.
But then they realize that people can't handle these COVID restrictions, and they start protesting and stuff, and it starts an actual revolution in China. It was nuts. And then immediately COVID just doesn't exist, right? Then it doesn't matter if they all die, right? It's the same thing. It's like all eyes up. I'm done. I'm out.
They just deleted everything. They took all the signs down. Now you're not allowed to talk about it, Anyway, if you take a look, this pipe has been throwing just sewage into the sea.
Bless you.
That's what I think about that pipe.
We have pipe problems.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. Fish are dying, and this blogger who reported this, he actually got threatened on the phone.
No! His life got threatened. This happened to another guy that's been reporting on pollution, not to damage China's reputation. In fact, he's getting local governments to be held accountable to actually deal with stuff, and he's gonna disappear.
Oh yeah,
because he's not doing this maliciously.
No.
This guy didn't do it maliciously. Nobody in China thinks, oh, I better not take a video of this because it's I might get hurt.
Yeah.
But then they find out. They what is it, FAFO?
Yeah, they do, because in China, one thing you can't do is make China look bad. Mm-hmm. And this makes China look bad because this is what people have been accusing China of doing forever. Yeah. Because they have been doing it forever.
Yes.
But China tries to cover it up with all its green technology BS.
True.
All the billions of dollars into propaganda to convince the rest of the world that they're not just wholesale destroying the world.
It's true.
And then you show this, a factory just discharging pollution directly into the sea with dead fish all around. Mm-hmm. It's not a good look.
No.
So, the guy got threatened, and that's par for the course. So, moving along.
Raw sewage.
It's not sewage, it's pollution.
It's sewage, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Sewage.
I mean, it's a factory. Yeah. There's not a bunch of people. It's not like a big, like a factory like people pooping in the factory. That is factory runoff.
You think? You think there's no night soil factories?
Oh, sure, but that's just like chemical runoff from making a plastic battery. Yeah. Yeah, that's all they do. Yeah, it's a fertilizer factory. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to write factory runoff.
Yes. Yeah, it's not sewage, dude.
You better believe the factory workers' toilets are going into that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, take a look. And now he tries to reveal the actual factory there.
Yeah.
So you see?
Yeah.
There's definitely big tanks there,
Definitely troughs of people just lined up. Mm-hmm. They are.
Now, this is disgusting.
Okay, well, this is a poll. This is poll worthy.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay, I'm just going to write, is this okay? I don't want to inject our opinion yet.
Okay, but I already did.
But I didn't.
Oh, that's true.
So.
Okay, so this is hopefully does not become a trend, but this is a guy who's decided to do some fancy decoration on his car in China.
Don't inject opinion. Just explain what you're seeing, because if the listeners,
you explain. What's
listeners,
going on?
There is a clear hood on a car filled with water, and there are some mirror carp and some normal carp in there.
You mean a mirror carp?
Mirror carp and some normal carp in there, and they're trapped under there gasping for water, I should say, oxygen.
Yeah.
Within the water, and it's these rich guys that are showing off their kind of evolution of car design. I should say modification, trends. Do you think this is okay? So we're going to populate the vote here. I'm just curious what people think.
I got to say that, okay, when it comes to animal rights and compassion towards animals in China, it doesn't exist.
No.
There's no compassion towards animals in China. There are no animal rights. Actually, there are no laws against animal abuse in China. You can abuse animals all you want and nothing will happen to you. So you have to bear that in mind. In fact, you can go to the markets and buy little keychains filled with water. Kids used to buy them all the time. And it's got like a turtle in it, or it's got like a fish or something that's only going to last for as long as the oxygen in that water, right? And they carry it around and play with it until the thing dies and throw it away. It's awful. Anyway.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
So overwhelming. I'm proud of you guys.
Yes.
Overwhelmingly, we have an 88% of people say no, 11% say yes. So here's the deal. I like fishing.
Yeah.
I fish.
Sure.
I kill fish.
Sure.
Because I eat them.
Yeah.
Right? I gut them, I kill them, I eat them. I also keep them. I take care of them. Right?
Yeah.
There is a difference between being humane
Yeah.
and also being able to consume animals and then being inhumane, right? This is inhumane. This is not okay.
Completely inhumane.
It's not okay. I don't care what you think. This is not a nice thing to do. It also is very dumb. This is the dumbest thing I've ever
You're
seen.
basically cooking these fish in like low oxygen water on the hood of your stupid electric car in China.
You're right. Yeah. Very stupid.
This is such a China-only thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
There's something that I always like to raise awareness. Okay, especially in the day of let's do the China travel vlog thing, right? Everyone's like being invited on these all expenses paid tours to do propaganda. The visa-free thing. People are like, yeah, China, let's go to China. Here's the thing. If you're going to China to buy street food, and especially if you're going to visit someone's house and they're like, I just went downstairs and bought fresh vegetables I'm going to cook for you.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
I just want people to realize
so
what
happens
to these vegetables. Why do they look so fresh and, they look lovely?
You're obsessed with this. You love I like that you got a compilation.
Yeah.
It is widespread.
Yeah. Yeah, we showed that one. Okay, so let's go back to that. I just want to show that again because here's the thing. We've explained this before, but people that sell vegetables on the side of the road, they need to keep them looking fresh.
Like the apple.
Yeah, like a Xinjiang apple. like a Uyghur apple.
Like a Uyghur
that
apple.
you pull out of a couch, yeah.
Yes.
One of those. So what do? You want that, in adverts, you see those water droplets on vegetables
makes
and
it
stuff.
Look real fresh.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're like basically using water and spitting on them.
They're making that ad, like live.
They're aerosolizing this, making it all look nice. This dude. Yeah, it's like, let's get that on there.
I knew you guys wouldn't like this.
I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, they don't like it's gross.
It's kind of gross. So, like,
she has like a loose.
I mean, this is kind of gross. This guy's dropping snot on there too, as he goes along. When you're on the side of the road in China, you're like, oh, those vegetables look so fresh. Now you know why. And when you buy it...
Give a thumbs up if you wouldn't do this.
Yes.
Like the stream would really help us out.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. So, listen, we got to have a quick talk about China's homeless explosion.
Yes.
And poverty explosion.
Yeah.
This, by the way, is incredibly hated by every single China shill nationalist. They do not want people to know about this.
For sure.
We've got a very good example of that. We'll tell you in a second. But what we've seen recently is a huge amount of new footage of homeless people in China and just poverty in general.
Yeah, it's a big explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple things here I wanted to address. First of all, the youth unemployment rate is out of control. So a lot of the homeless you're seeing are when I was in China, a lot of the homeless I'd see were older people because they don't take care of older people. They don't do nursing homes and state care and stuff like that. You don't have Medicaid and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But now you're seeing lots of young homeless people. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's a big explosion, right? It's actually the statistic. Remember when they stopped counting? It was like 20% youth unemployment rate. Now it's much higher. We'll get into that in a second. But now you're seeing this across China. Not just in little pockets, not just outside of a station, not just this or that, right? There's a big, widespread problem. And it's funny because this is something they're directly trying to address with propaganda. Correct. They're directly trying to say, we have none of this. We not America has worse homeless problem. We have no homeless.
Yeah, they want people to believe that there are zero homeless, that China somehow miraculously, provides housing and everything for all these people. But here's the thing. I posted one of these, like our coming up. We have our coming up. And like in the coming up, it said, like a homeless explosion.
Yes.
I posted it on Twitter. And of course, you have the people coming to attack. And what did the guy said? He asked Grok. He said,
Grok is Twitter's AI.
Yeah, it is Twitter's AI. People probably know by now. It's like, at Grok, is this true, especially regarding homeless people? Because they're trying to catch me out. They're trying to say that I'm lying about there being homeless.
Right.
What did Grok say, just for the hell of it?
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So guys, sit down for this. This is a clippable moment.
Yeah.
If you want to clip something else, I'll clip this.
Because they're coming in because they're trying to own me with the, Grok, is this true, especially regarding homeless people?
This is a chef's French kiss.
Yeah.
Grok said, and I reply, yes. Reports indicate rising homelessness in China amid 2025's economic woes, including 50% plus youth unemployment rate and a housing crisis. Official stats claim low numbers, around 2.5 million, but critics argue it's hidden via forced relocations. See Bloomberg, April 2025, and Project Syndicate, July 2025 for details. Not a massive explosion like the teaser suggests, but a growing issue. And somebody replied, says, bro, you need to stop outsourcing your thinking to AI on X.
Yeah,
Anyway.
But I think it's quite funny when you immediately know it's a sore subject when they try to prove you wrong using AI.
Yes.
And they thought they were going to get a win.
Well, because traditionally, the people that run X and things like this are very much pro-China, right? So, and I'll be honest with you, there is a huge bias on X, Twitter, for Chinese propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
It's the hub.
Yeah, because they allow all the state officials on there.
Yeah.
Never mind that. The Chinese government is so good at manipulating search engine results, and just the internet in general. It's hard to find the truth sometimes.
There is another piece to that, though, is that they stopped cracking down on Chinese bots, right? These bot farms. Remember, what is it? Up to 70% of accounts on X that are Chinese are fake.
Yeah.
Up to 70% of them.
Correct.
They're not being cracked down upon anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, the fact of the matter remains that there is a homeless problem and it is rising in China.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the footage to show, but it's just a little smattering.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of it going around.
Oh my gosh. I mean, most of it's not on camera, right? Remember, when China makes it the reason we bring this up, of course China's got homeless people. We have to bring it up because when we see them put so much effort into proving something wrong, then something's amiss.
Yeah, and you know what the worst part is if you sweep these people under the rug, they'll never get help.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
Because people think they don't exist. You can't even talk about them, so how can you help them?
Well, it's like poverty alleviation, they said.
Sure. Just imagine you wanted to help the homeless people in China. What if you went to China and you're like, I want to set up a little soup kitchen for the homeless people. They'll say,
no,
homeless people don't exist. Get the hell out of here.
And if you keep talking about it, you go to jail.
So there you go. There goes all the goodwill and everything you want to do to help you can't because they don't exist.
And you get these real dirtbags that go out on the street, these foreigners that go to China and they go to the street and say, why does China have no homeless people?
Yeah.
Shut up. You just saw some.
Yeah, exactly.
They turn their camera away.
What's this?
This is funny. Check this out. So this guy tried to grab this woman's bag, but she was proved to be a little too strong.
Right.
And she doesn't let go.
Where is this?
I can't remember. So she just starts railing on him.
Yeah.
She messes this guy up, and then it actually attracts the attention of some people, which is great.
So I'm guessing it's a Chinese woman abroad because I'm seeing everyone's a foreigner. That's a pretty funny thing. It's been going viral in China.
It's been going viral in China. That's what we're showing you. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Funny.
Ballard.
Oh, it's Ballard Reports!
Ballard Reports!
Our favorite times. So do you...
really
cut to the chase.
Sometimes bollards need protection.
Sometimes bollards need bollards.
Yeah, I mean that's intense. I think that's like bollardception.
This is so crazy. Just leave it pause for a second.
Yeah.
We have to explain to you, just if you're new here, bollards, these ball things are set up to stop vehicular manslaughter.
Yep.
In China, there's a rash of cars running into hundreds of pedestrians killing people.
Yeah,
right?
it happens very often. Yeah,
it's one of the worst things happening in China right now.
Yeah.
Society's losing their mind. That's not funny. What's funny is the government response to this by saying we need millions of bollards.
Yep.
And they put them everywhere.
Yep, now they're everywhere. You cannot go anywhere in a city in China without seeing bollards all over the place.
Yeah, the problem is a lot of these bollards, it turns out, there's some bollard corruption going on because they're very light. And we're
Yes.
seeing cars
They're
with
like
them,
made
and
out
they're
of fiberglass.
Yeah, and they just go wild, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, wait a minute. If some of these bollards are susceptible to corruption,
Yeah.
and we can't use proper building materials, or like people are saving the money or whatever and making low quality bollards, we need to make bollards around the bollards.
Yes.
So they've put up kind of fences around a lot of these bollards
Yep.
to protect the bollard.
It's kind of funny.
It's wild.
Yeah,
dude.
it's pretty
only
wild.
only in China.
Yep. So let's see. What is it even protecting? This looks like a entrance to something. Yeah, you see, there's even a gate behind it. There's like a, you know, those slidey gates or whatever.
Where did you even find this?
Anyway,
So what bollards should be used for?
yeah, they should be used to maybe stop these people.
Stop. No, well, what I was going to say is that bollards should be put up. Well, how do I say this?
Yeah.
This is a phenomenon.
Yeah, this is a massive. We're going to make an entire VIP show about this phenomenon. We've got so much footage, but let me explain. Part of Chinese traditional culture is when you're going to get married is you have to give out like gifts to strangers.
Yes.
And you have to do this because it's a luck thing, and it's a selfish thing at the end of the day. It's not about wanting to help people, but it's like if you don't do it, that curses your marriage to bad luck.
Yes.
So peasants take advantage of this. And when I say peasants, I mean the lowest class, you know, in the rural
an
areas.
offensive way, like
obviously.
people that don't earn much money.
Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll see a wedding procession, because when you get married, you have a couple cars. They put like a red wreath on it, and you drive down the road. They will actually make roadblocks with themselves
Yes.
and demand stuff. So
Yes.
we'll show you a little example of this. They demand like cigarettes or lucky money or whatever.
Mostly money.
Yeah, you can see he's got a bag of like little cigarettes usually and gifts to give out, right?
Like maybe like 1 kwai, like 20 cents.
Yeah.
The people just can't, when they find out.
You know what? It really reminds me of those like zombie movies.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
But no, because it exacerbates. So because
Yeah.
then someone
Word
will call,
spreads, yeah.
Or they'll be like, "Hey, Zhang, guess what? They're giving out money in the middle of the road, and they don't let them pass."
Yeah.
So these guys are stuck here, and when I say it escalates, it escalates.
Look at that.
It gets out of freaking control.
So everyone there is not going to move until each one of them receives a lucky money or a pack of cigarettes or whatever, you know?
Some people said, "Why don't you just close the window?" You don't understand. People will overturn the car.
Yeah.
It turns into a mob
They
mentality.
actually, like this, they just stand in front. They won't let you, you know. He's like, give me more or I'm not going anywhere.
It's kind of interesting because, like, we want to cover this in depth. We have a whole thing about it. It's a very interesting phenomenon. It happens all around China.
Yeah.
But it turns to serious violence.
Yeah. It can be insane. I just want to tell you one funny story about this, because a guy rented, like, I think it was a Bentley or something, like a very high end, a Rolls Royce or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he went through the villages, and one of these old ladies refused to let them pass. And she grabbed the emblem. You know, the Rolls Royce has got the the angel thing on it, and ripped it off. This is not that, by the way. This is something else. So she ripped it off, and she's like, "I'm not giving this back to you until you give me like money or whatever." But it turned out that emblem was worth like 100,000 RMB or something, 200,000. It's like a stupid amount of money. So there was a big thing, and the guy actually ended up suing, and her entire extended family had to end up paying for this.
Yeah,
emblem.
I mean, if you're rich in China,
yeah.
it's called the Spirit of
Yes,
Ecstasy.
that's right. Spirit of Ecstasy.
What a name.
Yeah, very cool cars. We drove one.
We did.
Yeah,
A 76 or something?
yeah, and it was a famous one.
Oh, yeah, it was Audrey Hepburn.
had been driven around in it.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience to drive a famous Rolls Royce.
Was pretty cool.
They don't drive very well.
We sat where Audrey Hepburn sat.
That's right.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's cool.
They drive. I mean, those old ones are super slow.
Well, it's more about like if you brake.
That too. It's a good thing it's slow.
It's like a suggestion. You're like, I want to slow down now, and it's
Like,
like,
can't merge and you can't stop.
yeah, it'll be like, I'll think
Yes.
about it. I think about letting you
Yes.
slow down. If I'm going to do it, I'll do it comfortably at my own
Yes.
pace. Anyway, yeah, let's carry on.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, this is the idea, right?
Yeah.
But this is just a taste. Like we really want to cover this in depth at some point.
Yeah,
It's
we'll put
fascinating.
We'll put up a topic, votable topic in an upcoming Shaban.
For Shaban, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one to do.
I agree.
Because the tactics are different. So this is a situation where there are some disgruntled people trying to stop this driver.
Yeah, they were just having an argument for some or other reason.
They want to sort it out by insurance or whatever. But they wrote on the hood. This is another reason you need Ballards.
Yeah. You know what? I just got to say something. BMW drivers the world over. There's something wrong with you
need
guys.
to make sure you guys aren't, so I don't. Here, I'm gonna pull you guys.
I mean-
you drive BMW.
I get it, right? Once, for a short period, somebody who immigrated asked me to sell their BMW. And so I got to drive it around for like a month while I was helping him sell it. And I get it. I get it why BMW drivers drive.
Cool car.
Yeah, I get it why you guys drive so badly, right? I get it. It's because it's a cool car to drive, but like, come on, like, you know what? It's a stigma that's true.
I know, it's a very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Whenever I see people not using their turn signal, by the way, they're gonna run these people over there.
Ballard.
Okay.
Yeah,
The people go off to the side.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
so
They didn't get injured. Yeah.
So 8% of our watchers right now are BMW drivers.
Well, it's up to you, 8%, to change the image of BMW drivers.
Yes.
Learn what an indicator is for one.
Yes.
I'm obviously just joking, but
Yeah.
seriously though,
Yes.
I do get it. I do get it. Speaking of Shaban Ho, this is what you would have missed. Let's take a look.
That's right, it's Winston! Winston is often confused with Winston, but he is a long-lost doppelganger. It looks like it's gonna suck the soul out of your body. So like their door apparently is on the Canadian side and then the other side is America. Absolute hallways of these bricked fish. These fish are all bricked up. That is a beautiful ass fish. You can say Spain is in Africa, technically.
Okay, so I mean, I wasn't there, so I have no
Well,
idea.
Winston was there.
Yeah.
If you guys are new, you'll know that Winston is a very scary doppelganger of Winston. There is a doppelganger of me that appears once in a while.
Yeah, creepy milk.
Creep milk, yeah,
Yeah.
creepy milk. Anyway, it was actually a really interesting episode because this is what was interesting about it. You weren't here to censor me, and I like when I'm not there. I don't censor you.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
and vice versa. So I was able to cover all the beautifully self-indulgent things I've always wanted to cover that you wouldn't let me cover.
Okay.
So it was actually hilarious. I did 3 segments. I did Fish Finders, where I talked about my favorite freshwater fish species of North America.
Okay, yeah.
That was a joke, even though I took it seriously.
Yeah, because you do actually do that.
Yes, I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. Then I did a segment called Borderline Insanity, where I took you to the world's craziest borders and explained why they're insane. A good example is like Finland and Russia's border, which used to be just like post-it notes on like trees, but they're actual enemies, right?
Yeah.
It's weird to have an open border with your enemy. And I compared some of the towns like right across from each other. Pretty insane stuff. And then the third segment I covered, it was called Closed Circuit Television, where I took you inside of 3 different dictatorships' TV channels.
Right.
Broadcasts. So I looked at North Korea, Turkmenistan, and China.
Cool.
So that was really, really fun. I would highly recommend you check it out. Go to patreon.com/ADVpodcast if you want to see that episode, but also the 100+ episode. What are we on? 150? What? 158?
58, yeah.
So you get 158 episodes. There's only a few slots left of the half price tier
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
So get yourself locked into that.
We'd love to see you there. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. It's our favorite time of the week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. This is stuff we can't show on YouTube.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Yeah. I'll have to watch that sometime.
It's fun. It was a fun
Yeah.
one. It was fun.
Sure it was.
Not as fun with you, I'd
Yeah.
rather.
So
Anyway,
what's happening?
So outside of a government building, this guy is shaking the trees because there's a little bit of overlap with the fruit tree that kind of goes over the edge. And they're going to get their fruit. Now, this is funny.
Dude, you know this whole fruit stealing thing? It's super common. I saw, I filmed it in Shenzhen,
Yeah.
you know, down the main boulevards. If there's a fruit tree, people will come with sticks and like whack them out and steal them. And it is stealing. You're not supposed to take it, right? You're
No.
not supposed to take these fruits. But they would take them. But you know what? I've seen this behavior exported all over the world because, you know, I've got a lot of subscribers who live in Canada and America, Australia, etc. And they've got like footage of people coming into their own yards to steal, like Chinese immigrants that are living there, actually coming into the yards to steal the fruit off the trees. It's just, I don't know, it's something that happens.
Well, here's the deal. So that's like, you might say, oh, they're stealing fruits from a government. I don't care about that. This is a catalyst for us to bring this up because it's a phenomenon in China where it goes way beyond just public stuff.
Yeah.
It's fashionable, it's acceptable, and it's totally fine to go steal the fruits and vegetables of hardworking subsistence farmers.
And this is the thing I wanted to get into, is it's not the poor people doing it. It's the middle class.
Or upper.
Yeah, which is the weird thing to me, because you would expect if someone's like a starving... I never saw like a starving beggar or something trying to steal the fruit.
Absolutely
It's the
not.
middle class, and that's the weird thing. Take a look, right? These people are not poor.
Right.
Okay, here we got this we've shown this clip like a while ago. Running... Where are they, by the way?
They're in the countryside stealing fruit from people that make a couple $100 a month.
Yeah.
Couple $100 a month. And they're running around, pulling over their car, and stealing fruits and vegetables that these are industrial farms.
Yeah.
These are farms where there's an old bent over woman and
in
a
her
man
80s
spreading nitrogen on the soil, trying to get everything going, you know. And just trying to make ends meet because there's no welfare, there's no social programs.
Yeah.
They're making $100, $200 a month.
Yeah.
Trying to stay alive. And these women are driving around stealing all their stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like
Look how
bragging.
much-
They're like, I got this, and I got this, I got eggplants, I got
Because,
corn.
you know, you're middle, upper class, you've got a car, you're driving to the countryside, because they drive to the countryside to go see like a tourist destination or something, and they'll see like some fruit trees or some farm on the side of the road. They'll stop, jump out, steal things, throw them in the car and drive off and post about it and brag.
So common.
Yeah.
So common.
Yeah.
It's not even funny how common this is. But yes, they're just bragging about how, like, what the different variety they were able to steal this time. And they act like they kind of giggle like it's like a naughty thing to do. But this, at the end of the day, it's kind of just accepted that if you see it growing out there, that's yours. Like, and you don't, and it's kind of like funny that you screwed over those old poor people.
That's the problem, is poor people are treated very badly in China. And this is just another example of it. It's like they don't actually take into consideration the amount of hard work those farmers have to go through, those subsistence farmers. I mean, we'd see them all over China when we'd travel around China.
And we'd be so touched if they offered us like a peach or a pear or whatever. And they were so nicest people you meet are these people just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But now you got people going to steal their like meager crops.
Sucks.
It's kind of crappy.
Actually hate that so much.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Anyway, time for us to move on to
main event.
Soft power. This is our main topic, and we got to talk about these buildings.
Yeah, hyped.
So,
this is wild.
Can you explain what's happening here?
So, I know you guys have probably seen plenty of our episodes where we're talking about buildings falling down in China because the bad building quality.
Tofu dry construction.
This time, we are talking about intentional destruction. I'm not talking about intentional destruction of old buildings.
Yeah.
I'm talking about intentional widespread destruction of brand new buildings, right? This is something that's getting out of control, and this particular story is pretty interesting. I'm going to read through it real quick.
Okay. I'm going to show... Can I show the footage first? Everybody take a look. So here you see buildings being demolished.
In Guangzhou.
Okay? Yeah. So you're thinking... All right, these are just brand new. I mean, these could be buildings. But then look at this time lapse. Okay, have you never seen? You've probably seen these time lapses before. China puts out this propaganda where they're like, "Oh, we built this building in like 80 days."
Yes, this is, and it's a big propaganda campaign right now.
Yeah, they do it. Like, look how fast.
It's for investment attraction.
Yeah, exactly. So 80 days they build this, and guess what? They demolished it in 10 days.
So listen to this.
Yeah,
a key state-owned project. This wasn't some like bullshit little private enterprise.
Sure.
A key state-owned project in Guangzhou built 7 buildings in 80 days. This was a widespread propaganda campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
The reason they do this is to say, hey, look, if you want something done, get it done here. Are you sick of the red tape bureaucracy in your country? Are you sick of the partisan politics? Are you sick of this? Sick of OSHA? Are you sick of your building? You know, all this kind of stuff. Get your stuff done in China. And it's not just about buildings. It's about products. It's about production lines. It's everything, right? And it was a big propaganda campaign. It's called 7 Buildings in 80 Days.
Yeah.
They were demolished in 10.
Yeah.
They fully demolished them. The reason is the Bay Area... And
by the way, can China stop just trying to copy? Like, I'm sorry, but they're always like the Sanya is the Hawaii of China. Now they've got the Bay Area of China. Come on, don't copy America's Bay Area.
One of China's biggest, most important features, and if you're studying China, learn this, is this new Bay Area they're trying to do. They're trying to take this part of Guangdong where there's like 80 to 100 million people in this tiny little area and absorb and basically take all the cities and then put them all together, like Dongguan and Shenzhen and Guangzhou, and put them all as one. Yeah. And they're calling it the Bay Area. They are hiring so many foreign white monkey shills. Yeah. Flying them over there and getting them to do tons of propaganda. We've been tracking it for a couple of years now.
Yeah, yeah.
China's got a high, like 10 out of 10 priority on this project. Huge money involved, right? It's massive. This area is something to pay attention to, but this particular project was near Chentian Garden in Baiyun District. This is Guangzhou's...
Yeah, Baiyun is a big... That's where the airport is.
Yes, it's where money happens, right? This is a big deal. They built 7 buildings within 80 days, demolished them in just 10 days. The project was once listed as a state-owned science and technology innovation project, and that's another propaganda push.
You're getting tired of these, by the way. Yeah. Oh, smart city.
Yes.
You know, high innovation tech hub, green technology, energies, you know, droids or whatever.
Droids!
You know what I mean?
Roberts.
Yeah, exactly.
It was once listed as state-owned science and technology innovation project of the district's key projects. The staff said that the procedures for the building were not completed. Okay, so actually what happened was, when you dig into it, they ran out of money again. The government keeps taking on these massive projects, and then they run out of the funds to do so because they bite off more than they can chew, and it turns out it was just for the footage. It was just to attract investment elsewhere. It doesn't matter about these buildings. It doesn't matter about the concrete.
And you know what? For them, it's better to knock it down because that means they can build something new and get more investment. So they screw over a bunch of investors. They screw over everyone. They get all their propaganda wins. They knock it down. Now they can build something new, rinse and repeat. Yes. You know?
So what's interesting is that this is not the first time this has been happening.
No, we've seen this before.
This has been happening across China. So you've heard about the housing crisis. Yeah. You've heard about the housing bubble, the building boom.
Yeah, right? Take a look. This is another example.
These are brand new buildings that just weren't able to they weren't able to finish them.
Yeah, basically. They couldn't complete them, so they just sat like in an incomplete state for a while until they were like, okay, well, we'll just... The land they're on is too valuable. We can sell it to another developer, so let's knock them down.
The problem is people put their money into these.
Yes.
They bought these.
That is the problem, is before they break ground, by the way, they already have their investment.
Yes.
So when a new project opens in China, they'll have a big thing, like an event. Remember, we had a friend who used to go play guitar at these events?
Yes.
And so they have a big event. They bring the investors in. They have a big, like, a little model city. Then they'll have, like, plans and everything. People rush in and they buy them all because they know it's a good investment in China.
Yes.
At least it always used to be. So they've already bought and put their deposits down on all the apartments to get bought out. Then they break ground. So they haven't even broken ground yet. So they've already got everyone's money. Then they start to build. Then they run out of money. They have a hitch or whatever. Then they usually just leave it, and the people that have the money run away.
That's true.
Then the thing stands empty and then gets knocked down, so a new person can come in, and new company can build something new.
Even if it does get finished, this is often what happens.
Yeah, it's shedding season. Take a look.
It's shedding season in China when the buildings shed.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I don't know.
This is a rather new building that's demolished.
Yeah, well, this is just one of those, like, hey, we got to make space to build a new one. So I wanted to show China's state-of-the-art demolishing techniques.
Before you do that, can you just point out this is the most Chinese scene in the world?
Yes.
Can you point out the details? Let's see if you guys can spot this.
Yeah, so we've got the sticker... Can you see the, like, rat? If you look above the car, you'll see the, like, ratty sticker advertisements.
For some crime.
And handwritten stuff. You've got the bundle of crappy wires not going anywhere.
Yes.
You know, you've got... I think you can notice the surveillance camera that's keeping an eye on you everywhere. The rubble, the concrete,
Is there
the tiles.
Is there a red truck there?
Yeah, there's a red something or other over there. Yeah, I think it's pretty much on point.
There is one thing that isn't very China.
Blue sky.
The blue sky. And that's what I wanted to point out. That is a beautiful, rare sight.
Anyway, we wanted to show you China's cutting-edge demolition techniques.
Okay.
So I'll get us out of here and we'll just play this so you can see.
You guys can figure out if you figure it out.
Yeah, anyway, moving on. Yeah, what's going on here?
Look at this. Look at that. That is a skyscraper. This is like art. So people have been sharing this around a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is from a while ago.
Yes.
I did see it before.
The reason it's going around is that people are trying to say, are you now glad that you bought a skyscraper? And this is interesting, Buzza. This is why it's interesting that it's been going around, because Chinese people are being told by the government that they have enough and like don't worry about getting rich anymore. The economy's clearly slowing down.
Big time.
And it was interesting to see this post kind of proliferate and be allowed to proliferate, because they don't allow showing destruction and bad quality buildings, that kind of stuff. This is allowed to proliferate, and because the people's discussion around this were like, oh, actually, I'm glad I don't live in like a fancy high building.
Sure.
And I think it's being allowed to proliferate on purpose.
Think so?
I think the government's at least leaving it alone a little bit, because then it's like, oh, then I don't have my ambitions set too high.
Right.
Maybe I do want to live in my crappy little mud hut in the countryside.
Sure.
Because the government wants you to be happy with that right now.
Yeah.
Amidst the turmoil.
That could be it.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's entirely possible.
It was a hectic thing. This is interesting.
Take a look. So this guy goes fishing, right? He's like a fishing blogger or whatever.
Yeah.
He's underneath this bridge, which is obviously a highway bridge again. And just look at the support there. I mean, that's tofu drag once again. This is a highway that presumably has the usual traffic, trucks and cars, and that's why you often see like these things fail and people go into the river, they go into the drink. It's not good, right?
Yeah.
Again, this just ties into the whole tofu drake thing. I'm pretty sure this guy's gotten a warning by now, because he shared this, and this was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. This is wild.
Look at
And it's not that old, by the way.
No.
This bridge is not that old.
It's it's pretty disturbing.
Just from the we're going to be experts on concrete at this point.
Yeah.
Would you say this is due to the poor concrete mixture with the salt and stuff in it, maybe?
Absolutely. They cut so many corners. They don't use the right aggregate. They don't use the right cement. They don't use the right anything. It's just get her done. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The Romans had better concrete.
Yeah.
And literally they did. They actually did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very sad.
China has used so much concrete, it's insane. We know the stats. It's like more than the rest of the world's used in 100 years. They used in like 1 year or something. Okay, they just pour concrete like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they just do it poorly. And we've seen the rebar is bad, everything's bad. So this is an inevitable result.
This rebar is a hero right now.
Yeah, it's holding this entire bridge up.
Man. I mean, I hope they sort it. They
Dude,
did sort this.
you don't know the other pillars because they're covered with water, but like underneath, it could be the same.
You are true.
Could be the bridge holding the supports up, not the other way around.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's
That's
happening.
like chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
That's wild, though.
But
Yeah, so it's not so related to this building thing, right?
yeah,
These guys are protesting, and I won't say what they're threatening. I won't say it.
they're threatening to not be up there anymore.
Yeah, they're threatening to not be up there anymore, okay? Because what happened was, this is in Henan, in Luoyang. Remember we talked about the bank protests and all this kind of stuff? Like people go into ATMs, they can't even get their money out.
Yeah.
They go to the bank and they're like, where's my loan? You know, they can't get their loan money. They can't they've lost access to their bank accounts.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Huge financial crisis in China, especially in Henan province where, 80-something million people live. So in Luoyang, in this city that keeps getting a ton of propaganda pushed at it, by the way.
Yeah.
Tons of Luoyang propaganda.
Yeah, we
everywhere.
see it coming out of China all the time.
These guys bought a bunch of houses, right? Bought a bunch of apartments, right?
Yeah.
Promised delivery in 2022, so we're talking 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Have not received it. So this ties fully back to what we were showing you. You get buildings that fall down because it's bad construction, bad concrete. You get buildings that the cladding flies off and it's absolute trash and you don't want to live there.
Happened to my wife's building.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get buildings that get demolished because they run out of money and they can't finish them.
Yeah.
And then you get situations like this where the homes were never built to begin with after they have already given money.
Yeah, this is called a rotten tail project.
Yes.
And sometimes they can be in any state of completion, like maybe they've built the main structure or they've built a little bit of it or whatever. And then they're supposed to have delivered. Now, can you imagine that you have, for the first time, bought a house, or it's an apartment in this case, which you can't really own. It's kind of a lease, but you know, but you've put your entire family, your entire extended family's life savings into buying this house because they're expensive. They're like, you don't understand how expensive these houses are compared to the rest of the world.
Oh yeah,
stupid
it's
expensive
dumb. Compared to your salary.
And compared to people's salaries, it's insane. So you need like generations of family to all club together to put the deposit down, right? So you buy this thing and you're promised a date when you can move in, and then 3 years later, after the date, you still can't move in. What do? You end up like these guys standing on a roof demanding that something gets done. You know, it's an awful situation, and nothing will be done. They've lost their money.
Yes.
And in all likelihood, that building will just be demolished so a new one can be put down.
Yep.
You know?
So it says stalled project has been listed on the guaranteed delivery roster. They'll tell that to these guys.
Yep.
The authorities have prohibited public oversight on the pre-sale funds regulatory account information. Home buyers, fearing the risk of another stalled project, have resorted to shouting slogans from rooftops and threatening to
not be on the roof anymore.
Ground level.
Yeah, exactly.
The Luoyang Jianye Dacheng Xiaoyuan project was originally scheduled for delivery on June 30th, 2022, but has now been severely delayed for over 3 years, with a project in a long state of suspension and still undelivered. However, some buildings are already showing some quality issues. According to spontaneous statistics by homeowners, the project sales rate had exceeded 90%, right?
Yeah.
But due to lack of oversight, the developer had misappropriated and diverted sales funds on a large scale, leading to a broken construction funding chain and the project stalling. I mean, these are verbose ways of saying this is literally happening across the country. Money
this is
getting
what
lost.
we were talking about.
Yeah.
He said 90%. So think about it. These gardens, as they call Huayuan, you've got a number of buildings in there. Like say you've got 4 or 5 buildings, right? Each of them has about 30 plus floors.
Yes.
And on every floor you have, say, 10
22.
apartments. Yeah, it's 20. You'll have like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 apartments, depending on the size of the building. 90% of those apartments have already been sold.
Yes.
So they already have 90% of their money, but they misappropriated the funds. And this is what they always do. They're like, okay, it's like a Ponzi scheme. They'll take that money to start a new project somewhere else, to buy land or lease land from the government and get a new set of investors. So they keep doing this. And they end up screwing over the people that put their money down to buy those apartments. It's awful.
So get this.
Yeah.
The government has refused inquiries. Okay, do you know why?
Why?
They cited commercial confidentiality. And courts, when the people have tried to go to court with us, right? The courts have declined to accept their cases, citing the project is already included in the guaranteed delivery scope. They're saying everything's going according to plan, so get out of here. You have no rights in China.
You've got nothing. And I can't stand these people who somehow think that China's the answer.
Yeah.
If you are anyone who has the ambition to ever make anything out of your life, you ever want to own something, you ever want to build a family, you want to build a life, you want to buy a house, you want to have, the rights to just be yourself, and China's not the place for you.
No.
Because, look at this situation. You've already paid.
Yeah.
You've been promised a date. Even the government's promised you a date. Nothing is being happened. Your money was stolen. You can't move into your house. And guess what? You're still paying your mortgage.
Yep.
While this is all going on. Every month you've been paying it for the last 3 years. Even longer. Even before they got to that date. And for what?
Honey, I can't wait to move into our new future home.
Yeah.
You won't. It'll get demolished.
Yeah, and now you're just going to basically be homeless and out of your entire family's life
Do you know
savings.
what happens if you try to move into the empty husk, by the way? We've shown that.
Yeah.
A woman goes, I paid for this. This is my empty husk of an apartment. If it's not going to be finished, I'm still going to live here.
Yeah.
She walked up to her floor and she got arrested.
Yeah. Yeah, we showed that. It's just, it's a horrible situation. So you're left in debt and you have nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, no
Anyways,
rights. Yeah.
yes.
Moving on. Sorry, we digressed a little bit there. It's all right.
I think it's important to bring up. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think the most important takeaway from that is that if that one thing that we just showed is that's happening across the country.
And it has been for the longest time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've shown some of this stuff similar in the past.
It's gonna pop. It's gonna freaking pop.
Because, what are the people going to do?
Yeah.
The people that have already lost all of their life savings investing in a property that was never delivered, they cannot buy another one.
Yes.
They don't have the money anymore.
Yes.
So, this Ponzi scheme has to reach a finite end.
Yes.
Anyway, it's Slupaganda time, guys. My favorite. And guess what? They're resurrecting Confucius again.
Dude!
Well, Confucius has emphasized that
I'm sorry, pause it super quick.
profit should be
Last week we covered this.
Yeah.
China pretends to use AI because of the AI world.
It's not
leader.
even AI.
It's not AI.
No.
They take a picture of Confucius.
They use like a Snapchat filter.
Yeah,
basically.
like the things that jib jab, it moves your mouth. It's like "Happy birthday, mom." Those greeting cards you send. They give it like a black guy's voice.
Yeah.
And then they make it say stuff that they want Confucius to say. It's because what they're trying to do is CCP's trying to own Confucius, right? They want to say, oh, no, we didn't get rid of Chinese culture when Mao Zedong destroyed everything.
Yeah.
We own Confucius. So they make Confucius into this like jib-jab puppet
Yeah.
with a black guy's voice.
Yep.
And they make him talk about stuff the CCP likes. And we are just absolutely shocked that they tried this a couple years ago and they still did it. And then after we covered it last week and they did it again.
They did it again. So
at this.
let's see what Confucius has to say this week. I'll get us out of here.
And in a righteous way. So to better understand this philosophy, Chen Lanyu and a special guest, I think I've already let the secret out already. Chen Lanyu and Confucius are going to join us in the studio, Lanyu.
That's right, Dongning. Well, today let's dive deeper into integrity, a value that generations of Chinese engaged in commerce. Well, in modern boardroom, you'll probably hear phrases like, you do what you've got to do, and maximize shareholders' value. But picture the ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius at that table. He knew every gain had a trade-off. And that trade-off wasn't about how much money you stood to lose, but what values you gave up. Now, what do you say, Confucius?
What? This again? Why won't you commies let me rest? You CCP types know nothing of integrity and honor. All you do is steal and cheat.
So how has that idea shaped Chinese commerce?
Since opening up, China has stolen trillions of dollars in intellectual property, stolen entire brand identities, duped international investors, taken advantage of loopholes in international organizations to cheat and steal, outfished the seas, tortured ethnic minorities, massively polluted the world and poisoned its own children, all in the name of commerce.
Well, when Confucius encourages us to consider righteousness when faced with short-term gain, that's more than just idealism. It's practical wisdom.
Confucius with a win. Based.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta say, though, the idea that they're trying to pretend like China is fair and uses, morals and ethics when it comes to commerce is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's nuts.
China is the least immoral country when it comes to any kind of trade.
You know what I love, though? Is
What?
that's like, if you didn't see it last week, obviously we made a funny one. That was a funny one, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
listen to the real one,
Yeah, we'll just show you a quick snippet of the
Yeah.
real one.
just so you know.
The analects. The noble man understands principle.
Just total trash.
It's absolute rubbish. Cannot
Anyway.
believe how rubbish it is. Guys, for those of you who don't know, we actually have merch now.
We do.
And we got the Pig Bay merch.
We do. Tropical scene. For the lovers of Pig Bay, you can visit there now. This is limited time only, by the way. Limited time print. It's not going to be around for very long, so visit Pig Bay. Get that shirt right now. It comes in lots of colors.
I've ordered mine.
Yep.
Just waiting for them to arrive. Can't wait.
Yes. Lots of color choices, lots of size choices. Goes all
Fabric
the way.
choices.
It goes up to 5XL or something now, so
Yeah.
all sizes are welcome. And you go to thechinashow.threadless.com. You can get all the permanent merch as well, like APP and the China Show and Sluffaganda and all that kind of stuff too. But limited time only on the Pig Bay merch, so get it while you can. Gift it, give it as a gift. Maybe someone that likes the China Show. If you're some sort of massive billionaire that wants to buy lots of stickers that has our QR code on it and spread them around,
That'd be
just
awesome.
spread the word. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Anyway, guys, time for us to move on to Beyond the Great Firewall. And what do you have for us today?
Today, we're going to take you inside of the Great Firewall of China to where they, maybe things they don't want you to see.
Yeah.
Today we have a little scene here. Pause it real quick. We have a guy with a screwdriver through his head.
Yeah.
So before you freak out and say, oh my gosh, you can't show this injury, this happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's been in his head for 3 years.
For 3 years. So
Yeah.
he's just living life.
He just walks around with it like that,
He does.
which is bizarre. I would have cut that off at least.
Sure. Now, I wouldn't. I wouldn't mess around with it.
True,
Because wait till you see how far it's gone through.
Okay, all right.
But the guy in the beginning, I get pissed off at. Can you go to
Okay.
that beginning? Because he goes up to this guy and starts filming him, which is kind of mean. And
Sure.
he goes, pull it out. Like the guy's not heard that. Pull it out.
Just pull it out.
Just pull it out. How am I going to survive if I pull it out? This guy knows better. You understand? Because how deep is it?
Yeah.
Just look for yourself.
插过去了，
All the way into there.
Wow.
Goes all the way to the other side.
就这么地了。
So that's it, eh? That's 3
years,
years,
3.5
3.5 years.
I've got to know how this happened.
I know.
It must be some, like, I have no idea how this happened.
Let's think about this. Some
From
pressure
there,
thing, like, shot it out.
No, it's a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Maybe he screwed up. He was, unscrewing something, then he fell off a ladder or something, and, that's, either way, it's like, goes all the way up. This is insane.
哎呦天哪，就这么地了，不能治啊！
Can't get it out?
So it's 200,000 RMB to get it out, and even then, so that's like almost $30,000 for him to get it out. And he says even then. So the doctors obviously told him, yeah, it's gonna cost about $30,000 to get this out, and even then, we don't know if you're gonna live, right?
Yeah.
It went through his brain.
Yeah.
Isn't that not nuts? You know remember that old wives' tale? It's like you only use 10% of your brain or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think there might be some truth to that.
I mean, look, there have been cases where people have been shot and lost like 75% of their brain and still survived.
Wow.
So it's
really?
possible. Yeah.
And they're functional?
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're not smart.
That's
but
what I
still,
mean.
No,
this
they're
guy's
still,
fine.
There's a pretty well-known case about a guy. He had to get his whole skull made.
Huh.
And he's fully functional. Fully functional human being.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing he's not going to be the smartest.
I mean, this guy's talking normally. Which is wild.
It got to open my brain.
哎呦我的妈呀！
That's pretty intense.
And this guy probably gets this 100 times a day. He's taking it with stride.
Yeah.
Props to Screwdriver, man.
Absolutely. I'm like, that's...
Journalists traveling with
tenacity.
the Prime Minister were
tenacity, for sure.
Okay, do you want to bring us up to speed with this Australia thing?
So,
by the way, I think Australia's been, like, whoever got sent over there is kowtowing to China or something, or...
It depends on how you want to see this, right? Because you
I
might look
looked
at this as diplomacy. But Albanese, right, the MP of Australia, went over to meet with China. And not
more like
really,
bend the knee.
Really nothing came about this,
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
It was not a good meeting. I don't see any positive reason to keep doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know why people keep going to meet China. Like, why meeting them while they currently test the waters, so to speak.
Yeah.
Pulling up military ships on like near Australia.
Yeah.
Threatening trade all the time, hacking infrastructure, hacking the
Cutting the undersea cables.
Cutting undersea.
Yeah.
It's like who you're negotiating with terrorists here,
Yeah,
guys.
exactly,
It's
yeah.
pretty wild. Anyway, what happened?
Well, these Australian media guys, they went to cover. They got permission. Now, you have to understand, if you're a journalist in China to go to China, you need to get a journalist visa. It's very difficult. There's a massive screening. We have a friend who had to go through it, right? So they interview you, they scrutinize you, they do background checks. You have to be interviewed a number of times until you finally get your journalist visa. But that means that when you're in China, they know you're a journalist and they follow you around. And they make sure that everything that you film is something that they allow you to film, right? So these guys literally just going to a tourist spot in Beijing in order to film something, because maybe they were getting B-roll or something before, you know, because they're doing a thing about Ben the Knee, who's gone over there, right?
Yep.
And then they got detained by plainclothes police who are obviously watching them, and uniformed police, and they demanded that they delete all the footage that they filmed. Let's take a quick look.
Detained yesterday by Chinese security. The media bus in Beijing was intercepted while filming in the city before reporters told the police had been called and they were not allowed to leave. Despite calls for them to remain at the site, they were able to board the bus and leave with a diplomatic escort.
You can see behind me the local authorities. They are surrounding the Australian press after we filmed our initial piece to cameras. They're saying that we can't leave the area, and they're also asking if they can take our camera equipment. It's just a really febrile situation here in Beijing. It's very hard to work out what we've done wrong, but the local authorities are clearly quite upset with us. We had paperwork giving us permission to film here. So after that group had surrounded us, it does appear that we are now able to board the bus, and this group who've been taking photos of us and who were initially saying we could not leave now seem to have stepped aside.
Really diplomatic, isn't it?
I have a big point to make here. Okay, let's go back to that quickly. So they have permission to film. They're literally doing a piece to camera in front of like one of those, kindergarten painted walls.
Australia-China relations.
They got permission.
Yeah.
They got a permit. They're standing there and they want to say like, we're here in China to witness this historic meeting, et cetera, et cetera. And the police surrounded them and demanded to take their camera equipment and delete their footage and stuff. Doesn't this show you that the shills that are allowed to film in China when they go on these trips, 22nd floor ground level type stuff. Doesn't it show you that they're only allowed to do it because they're only allowed to do it? Does it make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Because if the press who have gotten permission, who
at the highest level,
yeah, they have a permit to go and film, to do a very innocuous piece to camera, if they are being surrounded by the police, harassed and told to delete their footage, it just shows you that there's so much scrutiny on foreigners with cameras in China that the stuff that you're seeing coming out of China is only what the government is allowing.
It's curated.
Yeah, 100%. Those people walking around like there are no homeless people in China, that's because they're only allowed to film the street that doesn't have the homeless people.
And they've been told to do that video.
Yeah.
They said, go make a video that says there's no homeless people trying to use your script.
And if they do go into an area where there are homeless people, they'll come and delete their stuff.
Yes.
This is no joke, because even to people like us, it happened to us a lot. Like, I would be told I'm not allowed to take photos. I was taking a photo of a sunset one time, okay? So here I am, taking a photo of a sunset. A policeman came up to me and told me I had to delete it. I'm not allowed to take photos. Right next to me were Chinese families taking photos of the same sunset. And I was like, what about them? And he's like, doesn't matter. You got to delete that.
Yeah.
You know, they are watching foreigners. They're watching foreigners with cameras. And so this is just another point I wanted to prove. That these shills that are going out there saying like, oh, look at China's like train go through a building or whatever. They're being watched. And if they were to go and show something they're not supposed to show, you wouldn't see it because it would be deleted.
Yep.
Somebody would have a talking to them. They'd be taken downtown. It's happened to even some of the shills it's happened to.
Yeah.
You know?
Even when they're doing the right thing.
Even when they're doing the shill stuff, they've been arrested for like flying a drone in a certain area or whatever. Anyway, just wanted to make that point.
So after that group had surrounded us, it does appear that we are now able to board the bus, and this group who've been taking photos of us and were initially saying we could not leave.
Really hammer it. Hammer that clip home. All right, this is interesting.
Yes.
So you guys might know that over 90% of China's groundwater is unusable at this point. It's polluted.
Yep.
It is awful. They've destroyed their entire ecosystem.
Yep.
The groundwater, the air, everyone 99% of people live in some sort of pollution.
Yeah.
They're affected. Their health is affected by pollution. So China needs water. Big time. Fresh water, right? Turns out China's richest man is now buying the water supply of a New Hampshire town.
Yeah.
Okay. And apparently it has something to do with Nongfu Spring, which is one of China's biggest water
Yeah, he's the guy who owns Nongfu Spring. And of course, they've branched out to other types of beverages. But Nongfu Spring, remember they had a massive scandal a number of years ago.
Yeah.
Also, but the fact of the matter is, Nongfu Spring is one of those companies everybody relies on because you cannot drink the tap water.
Nope.
So you have to buy your drinking water, and they're one of the biggest ones you buy from.
Correct.
Okay. That's such a fall of society, by the way, when you have to start buying water.
Yeah.
And you don't have a choice.
Correct.
I get it if you're one of those like health nuts. You want to like, I want to buy Active Plus water with enzymes or something, and you pay extra for it, right?
Sure.
But like, you should still be able to go and drink your tap water.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
China's largest beverage company, Nongfu Spring, has bought a site in Nashua, New Hampshire, next to the Pennachuck water system. The firm, owned by China's richest man, Zhong Shanshan, will have access to the local water for its plant. This caused alarm amongst locals and politicians who say most people in Nashua are unaware of the sale. Here's the thing that people aren't talking about. The plant is near Nashua Airport, where there's some defense centers and a Federal Aviation Administration control center. Interesting. Dual use.
Dual use.
Water for the sale will be provided by Pennachuck Waterworks, according to the city of Nashua. It falls within our existing withdrawal permits, said Pennachuck CEO John Boycevert. So here's the deal. When people find out about this, probably not going to be too happy that China's buying their water.
Do you want China to be bottling up your water and sending it back to China?
No.
Because they've destroyed their own water.
Yeah.
It's like those, you ever watch V?
No.
You know, when I was young, V, I couldn't watch it. It was on TV. I had to like try to sneak and see. It's like aliens come to Earth and they're all friendly and they're like, we're going to share our technology and we're here to be friends. Meanwhile, what they're doing is stealing all the air.
Oh, interesting.
You know, because they've destroyed their own planet. You know, in the background, then like some TV reporter finds out, and then if you scratch their skin, they're actually lizards underneath.
Okay, whoa.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is, they're pretending to be friends, but they're stealing all the resources to take back to their planet because they screwed their own planet. That's what China's doing.
Chinese government has policies in place that allow people to destroy the entire country. They destroy the environment, the ecosystem, everything about it.
Yeah.
And then they have no choice but to go get it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're in Africa right now?
Yeah.
Why do you think they become a neo-imperialist power?
Correct.
They're taking over. Literally, the Chinese government's taking over the world
Yeah.
by going into poor countries, taking up all the resources and leaving people with basically, we built you a bridge that's going to fall down in 5 years.
Yeah.
Here's some debt.
Yeah.
Right? Now they're going into American towns and buying up water plants.
It's
Little
not good.
concerning.
I mean, they bought up all the farmland as well. They're taking the food. That's another thing the V aliens did, was they were like kidnapping humans as food.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were like storing them as food to take.
Well,
like,
the CCP does
road
organ,
trip food or whatever.
Organ harvesting.
Yeah.
CCP organ harvesting?
Yep.
Come on.
So, I mean, like,
Anyway.
China's basically the V aliens coming in, being all friendly,
Chinese
but stealing.
government.
Yeah,
Chinese
obviously,
government,
not the
yes,
people, the government. Coming in and, stealing your water, stealing your farms, your food supplies. Don't let them do it, okay?
Yeah.
Look at what they did to their own country. Use that as an example of why you don't want them operating in your country, because they'll do the same.
The Chinese government's destroyed China. Why would they not destroy elsewhere?
Dude, do you think they're going to stick to local regulations?
No.
They're just going to dump plastic and stuff in the rivers anyway.
Sure.
Don't let them do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. If you have any way to complain about this to your local government,
would.
do it. Don't let them do it. Stop that sale. Go to your town meeting or whatever.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah, exercise
I would
your
be like,
democratic
hey, you know
rights.
what?
And if you support it, go support it. But,
be like, yeah, we want them to
We
take
want
our
the
water.
water,
Yeah, we
yeah.
want the V aliens to win.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wells Fargo. So they exit banned a senior banker, and that is really bad for China trying to dump billions of dollars into attracting foreign investment right now, because you don't block senior bank officials. Like,
do you
from leaving.
want to invest in a country? Sorry, if you're running a company, that if you send one of your execs over for a meeting or something, they can never come back?
Wells Fargo has stopped work travel to China after authorities there prevented a senior trade finance banker from leaving amid strained relations between Beijing and Washington. She was barred from departing China after she recently traveled there for work. According to a person familiar with the matter, her exit ban led Wells Fargo to halt all work travel to China.
Yeah.
The Wells Fargo spokesperson said they're closely tracking the situation, working with appropriate channels, so our employee can return to the U.S. as soon as possible. The reasons on the exit ban are unclear. This is a bad pockmark. China doesn't want people to know about that.
This is the thing. China does this all the time, and for arbitrary reasons.
Sure.
Remember, they exit banned 2 kids that went to go visit their sick grandmother because their father is someone that they're interested in. So when the kids came to visit the grandmother, they didn't let them leave.
Yeah.
American citizens, by the way.
Yes.
China does this all the time. You don't want to be doing business with them. It's risky.
Yes.
Because if tensions between your country and China ramp up, you could become the next victim. You could become the next 2 Michaels. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
That's pretty damning, that.
It is. So this is interesting. There's a Chinese restaurant trying to, in Japan they have like owl cafes and what are the other- otter cafes and cat cafes.
Yeah.
So you go in there and you have your like token coffee where you pay a lot of money for it. So you can
My
pet
wife
animals.
liked that. I went to
Oh,
that,
did she?
like one of those otter ones.
Oh, we didn't go.
Smells pretty bad.
Is
you know?
it?
Well, I mean, otters, they're kind of like their urine or something's pretty bad smelling.
Is it?
Yeah, otter urine is just like kind of crappy.
I don't know anything about otter urine.
They also had like rabbits.
How do you have an otter, by the way? Don't they live in like water?
I mean, they take care of them well. You know Japan. It's
Yeah.
all like very, like, I don't know. It's well put
Yeah,
together.
sure.
But they also had these like mangy, gross rabbits that look stupid. They're like weird breeds of rabbits and stuff. Not a fan of those. Yeah.
Well, weirdly enough, in China, they've done the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They've done this thing where they're doing tea and snacks or whatever.
Yeah.
But you pay like about $200. So in China, that's an exorbitant amount of money,
Yeah.
right? It's like 1,100 kwai or something, 1,100 RMB.
That's
it's like
a
$200.
lot, yeah.
You go in there and you can like pet like lion cubs or whatever. And what's funny is that most people around the world be like, that's probably inhumane. For example, I have this quote here: tearing lion cubs from their mothers so diners can handle them over afternoon tea is exploitation, not entertainment. These animals are living, feeling beings, not toys, right? You had exploiting wild animals for selfies and marketing gimmicks is not only appallingly bad animal welfare, it's also potentially risky for customers. So
This is China. What do they think?
no, here's the deal. So that's the Western perspective.
Yeah.
But the Chinese comments were my favorite.
Okay.
They hated this too.
Good.
And I was actually not surprised, but you know why they're mad?
Why?
They were like, this is only for corrupt rich people.
Oh, that's
Right?
why they're
pissed because it's so expensive.
It's very expensive. Yeah.
No one in China can afford to pay $200 to go pet a freaking lion cub.
Yeah, it
and
is.
drink tea.
It
So
is.
for 99% of Chinese people, it's insane.
Yeah, it's too much.
So that's why they're mad.
They care
right?
about the money, not the animal welfare.
So it's interesting though, because their complaints are warranted. Like, how dare you open in this economic climate to open such a ridiculous facility?
Yeah, it's a bit too much debaucherous. It's like Scarface with his tiger.
Yeah. That's because it's going to be like corrupt CCP guys taking their like mistresses there,
correct,
like pet lion cubs.
100%.
This is an interesting story.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, I think that may be our last story. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. So I guess right now it's time.
Oh no, it's just a quick thing.
Yeah, a quick thing.
You know how they're trying to get rid of
coming
Chinese,
up in today's China show.
Sorry, let me get back to that.
Chinese citizens or nationals buying farmland in America.
Yeah.
Trying to do a thing where they're trying to stop the internet cable situation.
Okay, like
just
what?
a quick thing here. So it says the U.S. move to restrict Chinese and other foreign investment in key sectors over national security fears. New rules will ban Chinese technology from use in undersea cables to the U.S. Remember they've been cutting undersea cables?
Yeah.
By the way, China's been trying to cut internet cables to try and test the waters, so to speak.
Test the underwaters.
The communications regulator said. Separately, the Agriculture Department's National Security Plan seeks to limit foreign ownership of American farmland amid growing concern that it could be exploited by political adversaries and hostile regimes. U.S. concern over Chinese ownership of farmland has been mounting in recent years. Alongside recent tariffs on imports on from China, the latest decisions point Washington to taking a harder line against Beijing. Yet one expert argued in the Financial Times, framing Beijing as a mortal enemy will hamper U.S. growth and reduce Washington's global influence. Now, I don't know who said that quote. I wanted to include that because that literally sounds like the China's foreign ministry.
It does.
It's like a quote from the
100%,
CCP.
Definitely.
Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Look into that guy. Anyway, It's time for us to move on, everybody. It's time for our Yumcha, which, as we all know, is our Q&A section. What happened to us? There we are.
So, we're back.
Yeah, that's our Q&A section where we answer your questions and you question our answers. It is Friday. Time to loosen the tie. Grab a beverage, hot, cold, alcoholic, or a teetotaler, or whatever. Use anything in between, yeah. You know what kind of rubbish is like Irish coffee?
What's that?
It's like a coffee with whiskey in it. Pretty sure it's whiskey. But
I've actually never had that.
It's hot. So like when you like,
I hate hot alcohol.
Yeah, the hot, like, especially if it's a hot like whiskey or something, it like burns, and like it has those fumes, makes your eyes water.
I hate like
it's not great.
What is it, like a hot toddy or like any like whiskey that's warm, or even like sake when it's warm. I don't like it.
Oh really? I kind of like it. I much prefer cold. Yeah. It's not as good warm for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Irish coffee, not a massive fan. I used to drink them back in the day.
See, I would never be able to drink coffee at night, and I'm not going to drink alcohol during the day when
you know what's really weird is like, I know it's not an American thing, but in South Africa and I think in Europe as well, very common to have coffee as dessert after your dinner.
Yeah, people do it here if it's decaf.
But it's never decaf. Like that's lame. You have like coffee and a chocolate.
That's ridiculous.
That's like it's weird. I think you build up like an immunity to the caffeine because I never used to get like amped up. I'd be drinking it and go to sleep, no problem.
That seems insane.
I know, but it's normal though.
Yeah.
It's like for me, it was weird to like wean myself off the habit of having a coffee at night.
Weird.
Serious.
Coffee at night?
Yes or no?
Yes or no? I mean, yeah, sure. Die12 says, we want Wanston. Give us more Wanston. Maybe someday. But you have to go check out the Xiaoban Hao if you have
yeah.
Patreon.com/ADP podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Womack says, I've been hearing a lot of rumors about Xi having lost one or more of his titles. Is there any proof of that? Do we still have Shiktionary?
Shiktionaries, I haven't seen one in a while, but they do still exist. And I don't know about these rumors, guys. I would hold back on them for a little while. There's been this huge rumor mill that's been going on about Xi losing power. It all seems to be coming from the same source.
Yeah.
Not to say there's no validity, but we'd like to wait off on that a little bit because this particular source they have an agenda to push something like this. So it's hard to say.
It's dubious at best.
Yeah, just hold off a little bit. He's still in all the newspapers. He's still on the front page of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Koala 1203. This Yum Cha segment of the China Show is brought to you by Big Belly Burger, a #1 fast food chain joint now rated with Jonty's great seal of approval.
Great.
Nice.
Got him.
That's cool. Koala Rob says, are you guys going to say anything on the rules changing on YouTube, making it so people need to engage or the channel could die. Port of Dandong. I've not heard of that at all. Where'd you hear that?
Yeah. Not heard of that.
I don't think. Did you hear that from someone else? Because I don't think that's a thing.
He wants a Dandong, but I'm gonna give him a Pig Bay.
Makes me
It's still a port.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not aware of that, but I'll tell you.
What?
I was gonna say something.
You were.
I'll tell you that you should engage.
Yes.
Give a thumbs up to the stream
please.
if you haven't already, and then leave a comment down below. Give us some great engagement. Let's pick a token phrase.
Token phrase?
Remember, the real ones will only be here at the end. Right?
Oh.
These are the real ones.
Pig Bay.
Pig Bay. Give us a Pig Bay down in the chat.
Yeah, you can write Pig Bay, you can write Pig, whatever you like.
I hate Pig Bay.
I love Pig Bay.
I love Pig Bay. It could be
Pig Bay's great.
That's our secret.
So,
the real
how's
ones.
our coffee drinking poll, by the way?
We got coffee at night, yes, 49%, no at 51%. Wow, it's split down the middle.
Yeah. It's
interesting.
It's weird. It's weird to me that people don't drink coffee at night here.
Yeah, but you don't know.
No, I mean like
they would keep you up like crazy. Don't even pretend.
But these days,
Yeah.
that's only because I stopped doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like if you're used to doing it.
Gotcha.
So like the thing is, what would be kind of the norm is when I go out with my mates, we'd drink. It would be like ravishly drunk, if that makes sense.
Yeah, good
I
word.
don't know if that
I like
even
that
makes
word.
sense. We're just
Ravishly.
We're ravaged with drunkenness.
Okay.
And you kind of want to pick me up because you're at the end. Then you have your Irish coffee because it's still alcohol, but it's got coffee in it.
Oh, now I get it.
And you have that you have maybe 4 or 5 of those before you finish your night. Because you're done with all the beer
gotcha.
and the shots and everything else.
I gotcha.
Stupid old things we used to do when we were younger.
Yes. Excuse me. Mehmet Axel says, I need to see more games where pain is inflicted when you lose.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Probably in Shaban Ho.
Yeah, we do that to each other sometimes. Man, remember Hey Bye Die? We should bring that back.
Oh, I hate Hey Bye Die.
That is the worst.
Don't bring it up.
Yeah, that is like so.
If you want to see
cringe.
us suffer,
Yeah.
go to or support us on Patreon. You'll see we do interactive games sometimes.
Yeah.
Not wise.
Remember that blind taste test of like crap that you had lying around?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're drinking like vinegar and stuff and
Yeah.
hot sauce or whatever.
Yeah, we did those horrible Harry Potter jelly beans.
Yeah, those too.
Those were vile.
Those are gross. Yeah.
Oh man, it was like a spinner, right?
Yeah.
Roulette, yeah.
It was fun.
James Bond, you got my Pig Bay T-shirt.
Awesome.
Pen charge, please. Where's my pen? Oh, thanks.
There's pen. Good stuff.
Gabriel Keane says, "Hey, Chads, enjoy the weekend and thanks for the content as usual. I'm on my way
welcome.
to eat a massive plate of cheese in the countryside."
That sounds awesome.
What?
Dude, I love cheese.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting thing to do.
Cheese platter is great. Wine and cheese.
Yeah,
that's
true.
a great evening.
That is a nice evening.
Yeah.
很好好吃. Nice.
Yeah, I got. I'll give him that. Give me a second. Give me a
Falling
second.
Devil says first time catching
Give
us
me a
live.
second.
Thanks for the show. Keep up the good work.
好吃，好吃。
Debbie San Diego says happy Friday. 10 treatments down. Woohoo! Drinking tons of water, feeling good. Nothing will bother me anymore. That's
That is
awesome, Debbie.
amazing.
That's fantastic.
Let's see. I'm gonna give you a. I'll give you a.
太舒服了。
Good. I'm an American man. I've got gas. I'm sorry. Not an operator. Watched both you guys since the early days. Can't tell how much it means to hang out with you two every week. Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
We're really
We love
glad
hanging
you're
out
here with
you.
us. Thank you.
Grant says, mechanophilia is paraphilia involving sexual attraction to machines.
Mechanophilia,
such as
is that what it is?
Bicycles, motorcycles, and cars.
That's that dude. But it's not the bicycle. It's the bicycle's parents
It's
that
the
he's
bicycle's
interested in.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Chris says, I'm a weather forecaster. For China to have temps that far above normal causes elderly people without AC to die from heat.
Yes, no, definitely. Heat stroke is a big deal.
Big
and
time.
people do die. And that's the thing that you won't see those statistics.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah.
It's really horrible. I mean, if people died from heat stroke in Texas or something, it'd be in the news.
Yeah.
You know?
Philosophi says, guys, your epidermis is showing. I would hope so. I don't want to be all covered up. Charles Salmons, we ignore the problem since we're addicted to cheap Chinese slave labor.
Yeah, I suppose so. Huh? That's probably a big reason why a lot of people don't want to bring anything up. Is because they don't want their cheap tat.
True.
I mean, they want their cheap
They
tat.
want their
yeah,
cheap
sorry.
Carl G, whatever happened to all those COVID isolation pods? There are so many. I know, right? How many
Dude,
did they
they've been
build?
demolishing them and stuff like that.
They're melting them down?
Yeah, they've just been demolishing them. They built so many. Remember that highway that was just made of those things? And they built these huge things. They were trash anyway. They weren't built properly. They leaked. They just were a disaster. But it was a big PR stunt. You know, they needed to prove to the world that they were ahead.
I would hazard a guess that if you go on like one of those Alibaba type sites, you'd probably be able to buy them now.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they'll be like sold as like a storage unit or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Don't
sure.
you think?
Yeah. All the ACs and the other things that they used, all the air filters and things.
Yeah.
But they were rubbish anyway.
Yeah. OG25, thank you very much. Mike Stewart, give us your freedoms. We will provide Ballards.
Yes, yes.
Hiroshi the dog, thank you very much. Chris says, China's becoming Hunger Games. Dear Wong is Katniss. Mike Stewart, ride sharing is crazy in China. Ural Septum says, how's Wanston? He didn't speak much. He doesn't. Jay
Yeah.
Sabibi says, I'll try again this week. Can you play the clip where he hurts his knee and says, aye, aye, aye?
Oh, yeah, the Tongsawala. Let's see if I got it here.
Oliver Nod in some states would be
I
fashionable.
just have to give you a ball sack.
Kind of limited with our lack of crap.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah,
be-
you know our little stream deck thing?
I think it's fine. I think.
Yeah, it was on that
It
table.
was sitting in water.
It was on that table, so it got soaked. So I've got it I've been having it sit outside all day in the sun, and we're hoping it'll be okay.
It's not the first time it's been hit
Yeah,
with
I
water
disassembled
because we
it and
spilled
kind of
stuff
left
out
it all
before.
open, so we'll see. Yeah.
It would be fashionable to greet thieves with hounds and rifles. Even electric fences if you have a budget.
Yeah.
Vanessa Ness says, mine and my neighbor's front yard is full of fruit and vegetables for us, and our neighbors can take what they want. My neighborhood throws seeds to bury their food scraps. Yeah, if you have that arrangement, it's great.
Yeah.
Ivan says, great content, gentlemen.
Thank
Could the CCP say, we're just protecting our Ballards be possible merch? That's very niche merch.
Yeah.
Starfish Hitler, please.
Oh, I wonder if I've got that here. I'm going to have to give you a... let me give you something else. I'll give you a frog piss. There you go.
Nice, I like it. Dragonella says, Winston appreciation post. Winston is the best.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Thank you very much. I agree.
Appreciate that.
Well, Anthony Saints, hey, this is what you really need, an ABB song.
We do, don't we? But you're just going to have a ball sack. No, I'll give you a...
Wow, so good.
Hey, he likes you. He likes
that's
you today.
awesome.
Yeah.
Chinese Fear Factor, live in the city for 2 hours. From Chris.
Yeah.
Anthony Saints, the Romans did not have concrete, but they had cobblestock, and yes, it's better than what China has. Ferris wheel.
You know what? I heard they did have concrete. It's like a mixture of limestone and some other things that kind of interacted, and like, I could be wrong, but I kind of like history a bit, and I remember hearing that they did make a form of concrete that is actually superior to some modern concrete.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Look it up. Roman concrete.
Hunter 1 says, I like to think that Mason lives in the rubble of these buildings throwing bricks at corruption.
Yeah, he certainly is, but he's not here today. 'Cause my thing
be
is not
someone
here,
else.
so okay, let's see. I'll just randomly select something here.
Great.
Nice.
Okay.
Dragonella says, can we look at street views with some of China's high-tech industrial zones together?
Sure.
They're all hellish trash heaps. That's a great idea.
It is a good idea. There are some areas that are specifically curated to look good, like especially in Shenzhen, which do look pretty good for the most part. But you'll always find like a little bit behind the curtain when you go around the corner, you'll see like
It
trash
doesn't take
piles.
very long.
No, and then just next to that whole high tech thing, there will be trash.
Yes.
So it's pretty easy to find. Yeah.
Chris says, China and Russia are proving capitalism is the way. John Diamond says, so grateful for your up-to-date China coverage.
Thank you.
I do a lot of international work. When some guys talk about how great China is, I counter their ignorance and give real examples of how crap CCP really is. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, it's hard because they put so much money into propaganda. Everybody's only seeing the good stuff coming out of China, and you cannot see the bad stuff. It's impossible. So you're going to be skewed,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
RGTH5433 says, greetings from Finland. CCP has a sad and childish organization. Is a sad and childish organization.
Mm-hmm.
China is asshole, please.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to have to give you this.
Yeah, what a bad replacement.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. Remember our Stream Deck thing, that El Gatos,
Los Gatos.
Los Gatos.
No, it's
Steam
El
Deck.
Gato.
Yeah, it's El Gatos.
Los Gatos is some town in California, isn't it?
Remember that very generous, subscriber of ours actually sent us the money to buy that all
That's
those
right.
years ago, and it's
That's
been
right.
fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's safe. It did get soaked though, and I didn't want to plug it in.
Well, I've spilled worse on it before, and it was fine. So
yeah, it's out there drying.
Yes. Adam Kahn says, pig to the bay.
And that is something I can give you because I made sure that if we're going to have something, we got to pick
Makes me irritate at the minute.
Okay, you got 2. Cool.
From Sherry, yes. She wanted a Ferris wheel guy. I don't know if we have a Ferris wheel
No,
guy.
unfortunately not, but I'll give you a ball sack.
Vanessa Ness says, China's been buying fresh water from Australia for years now at very low prices, yet we have to pay $2 for 600 milliliters. Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what they do. They take all your guys' coal, all your guys' lobsters, all you guys' fresh water and stuff, you know? And then they punish you.
Yeah. Desert Gardener 75 says, look into the laws. Utah is doing the lands owned by China and linked companies forced to sell. That's cool.
Great.
World Eater 359 said, cold sake is better quality. Yes. Have a nice weekend, friends.
Thank you. I do like cold sake better.
Me too.
Yeah.
KT Ong says, instead of pick up the bike, pull out the screwdriver pull.
Yeah, ouch.
Espresso martini is great after dinner. Subway Wonder Man for the commuters in the dark.
Espresso martini.
I've heard of that, yeah. I have heard of that.
I've never tried anything like that before.
Well, you're going to have to. Chad,
no, I don't have to, actually.
I mean, you're going to have to Google it later. Mother Nature has to be an angry train rider.
Sorry that I don't have
okay.
Subway Wonder Man or that. I'm very limited here. I've got one of these.
We're really ringing them out.
Yeah, I got that.
China with extreme weather, including floods and extreme heat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Johnny Five Aces, I would like to show my family your show. What episode of you guys would be a good starting point? I would say the audience is better people to ask.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I like how you prioritize that.
Yeah,
you kind of just ramshackle.
Yeah, just whatever I could, I quickly grabbed and put in here. Yeah.
I would ask the chat. Ask the chat or the Discord or the Reddit or whatever.
Yeah.
People would tell you which is the good, which are good episodes.
Yeah.
Hunter 1, a small dinner-sized cup of coffee is nice.
Yeah.
David Henry says, these folks spitting on veggies, not heard of spray bottles? We know they make them.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, the worst is the lady spitting a loogie on it. So freaking disgusting.
It is disgusting. Here's the thing. I mean, a lot of them have got a bottle of water that they're chugging out of. Why not just make a hole in the lid and go, you know?
Mm-hmm. You're a big guy says, coffee at night is mostly for people who already drink coffee. I've had great Irish coffee, more liquor than liquor. Cheers. More liquor than liquor. I think you mean more liquor than coffee.
Yeah.
I think you've had more liquor.
Because, I mean, that's the way we would have it. It's like there's literally more liquor than coffee.
I guess.
And then it's hot, and it's not great then.
That
then
sounds
it's
awful. I've had that. I've like a whiskey where it's warm. Mm-hmm. Or is it whiskey or rum or something? It's like
hot.
Warm.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Like,
it goes in your nose and in your eyes, water. Yeah.
I hate it. Yeah. It's like medicine. Jimmy D says pen charge would be great. We got 3 now.
Nice. Lucky you.
Bochog says, did you celebrate the show's anniversary? We didn't. Asthma Runner, please. We don't have Asthma Runner, do we? Well, give him something else. Give him one of the other.
I'll give you one of the very limited things.
Give him a Wumao corner.
I'll give
you a long time since we had that.
A very long time.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a Imasla, Gwyn Hui, young yeah, it's like Gwyn Kai, young Wades, it's all that stuff. You know?
That's not to you, by the way.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that's what say.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Thank you, Warriors, for fighting the Info Wars. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
What are we, Alex Jones? Over
No, it says fighting.
Oh, fighting the
Exactly.
Fighting the Info Wars.
Yeah.
Mike Stewart says, please unblock Rob Ford. Who is that?
Who's that?
I don't block anyone.
Yeah.
He is a friend of the show and a legend in the Canadian political landscape. Mike, I'm sorry. I have no idea who that is.
Is that guy who was taking crack or something?
Is it?
I feel like, yeah.
Let's see. Rob Ford, a Canadian politician and businessman. Oh, yeah. There's not the crack.
Yeah, was he like a crazy, like, crack-taking dude or whatever?
Oh, he died.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Guys.
Was it from crack?
It was from pleomorphic liposarcoma.
Well, we don't want to, like, disrespect the dead, so, you know, whatever.
Of course not.
But was he the crack guy?
I'm just curious about what the joke is here. I didn't block him.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
If he's, posthumously commenting, I was a little worried.
Yeah, it's a worrying for sure.
Fortunate, so no more crack jokes. Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
Yeah.
The G, coffee at night, but only use 10 grams of coffee beans or less for the brew. Or decaf at full strength. Also watched V creeped out by the aliens eating a mouse.
The what?
Eating a mouse.
Oh, yes, that's right, V. I remember that.
Paul's saying, is any church with some box merch? That'd be cool. Box merch. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it'd be weird to use a
person's
person.
face.
Yeah, they might be like, you used our likeness, pay us.
Yeah,
we're
not gonna do that.
She'll say, those guys keep bothering me all the time.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Lots of things bothering me now,
exactly.
and then we'll be like, oh crap, sorry.
Yep.
Tai Hanno, every episode seems to get worse and worse. China's out of control. When will the world wake up? What do you think mainstream media won't touch us? I think it's just they're focused on domestic stuff right now a lot.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. I think we're also seeing
Rob Ford blocked. What am I missing here?
I don't know. I think we're also seeing a situation where China's pumping so much propaganda out there, hiding so many problems that the dissidents who send us the footage are trying harder to get this stuff out because they cannot believe what's going on with the propaganda. So they have to have something to counter it.
Yes.
You know?
Hontus Farmer says a small donation towards anything you have to replace. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
We'll probably be fine, but
yeah, we seriously appreciate that. Thank you.
Play me an oldie but a goodie if you have the time.
Let's see what I got in here. If there's anything that's I mean, I got nothing. I'm sorry, I got nothing.
That's all right. You'll follow me. Do a nice weekend. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Why are Watson's soundbite names so confusing? He doesn't know why you know that. I was talking about your, the soundbite board that we are currently not in contact with. That's the names of the sound bites that you named were hilariously confusing. So I was reading them to everybody, and they're okay cracking up about it.
Yeah, well, you gotta have something that you remember, right?
Sled man and all good. There's a lot of good stuff. Balls.
Yeah.
Anyway, all kinds of good stuff.
Definitely.
We'll see you guys. Xiaobanhao. We'll see you on Monday. It will be episode 159. I believe we're covering the hidden blogs.
The crazy hidden blogs. It's gonna be cringe, but it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna hurt to watch.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
Can't wait for you to see it.
The hidden vlogs. That's all I'll say. So go to patreon.com/ADV podcast. Support us there. Sign up at the the half price tier if you want to. If you don't care about live.
I think I've still got that one here. Yeah. There we
Please sign up at the live tier if you can afford it, because then you can watch it live with us every week.
Obviously, only if you have the means, guys. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
But failing that, we'll see you on Friday again for another China show.
That's right.
And hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, whatever you do. Hopefully you stay safe, but have fun.
Yes.
Can't wait to see you next time. And until then, you know the drill. As always, stay awesome. And I'm not going to cut myself off. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3,